Hello, good morning, students. How are you all? I think you all are fine. Today, we are going to study the coordinate geometry. Here, in your basic, that is third standard or fourth standard, you have studied about locating the numbers on the number line. Locate 2 comma 5, locate minus 3 comma 6. In that way you had located the numbers. In integers you have studied all those things. Here in this class also we will discuss all those things. Here, before going to coordinate geometry, first you should know the basic things. Here the basic thing to know coordinate geometry in a proper way is a location of a point on a number line, and positioning, describing the position of a point on the number line. We are describing the position of a point on the number line. For an example 2, where it comes after 0 to the right side 2 is coming, describing the position. In the same way, Cartesian system means here it is a system that specifies each point uniquely in a plane by a set of numerical coordinates, which are the signed distances to the point from two fixed perpendicular lines. Here in a Cartesian system, we are drawing the two perpendicular lines. Those two lines are perpendicular to each other. From those two fixed lines, we are going to assign the different points, and each reference line is called as the coordinate axis. ಅವೆರಡು ಲೈನ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೈನ್ನ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್. Those axes are called as the x-axis and the y-axis. Here in the coordinate geometry, what do you mean by this coordinate geometry? Means it is a branch of mathematics in which we study the algebra geometrically. Algebra na naven martivi geometrically study martivi. We will study algebra geometrically. That branch of mathematics is called as the coordinate geometry. That is coordinate geometry. Next is the Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane means here I told you that we have to consider two lines which are perpendicular to each other. We are considering the two lines which are perpendicular to each other. The horizontal line is called as the x-axis and the vertical line is called as the y-axis. And those two lines are going to intersect at a point that is considered as the origin, and that can be taken by O. Here we are taking that as the origin, and that can be taken as O. Therefore here we are having two perpendicular line, that is the x-axis and the y-axis. To the x-axis, upward and to the right side of this origin, we are having the positive values +1, +2, +3, and upward of this origin is +1, +2, +3 on the y-axis. And here to the left of this origin and to the below of this origin, we are having the negative numbers -1, -2, -3, so on. Here downwards also -1, -2, -3, -4, so on. Here we are dividing the Cartesian plane into four quadrants. That is, these two perpendicular divide the plane into four parts. Each part is called as the quadrant. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈನ್ ಈ ಎರಡು perpendicular lines, here these two perpendicular lines divide the plane. one plane ನ four parts ಅಲ್ಲಿ divide ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ four parts ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, quadrant ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇರೋ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್. X is positive and Y is also positive. In the first quadrant, what are the signs we are going to get? Positive, positive. Next, second quadrant ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಸೈನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮೈನಸ್ ಕಮ ಪ್ಲಸ್. and in the third quadrant ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಕಮ ಮೈನಸ್, and in the fourth quadrant positive x axis and the negative x axis, that is plus comma minus. Wherever we are going to mention the coordinates, first we need to write the coordinates of x and then y. Next here is the uses of this Cartesian plane. What are the uses of this Cartesian plane means here, and Cartesian coordinates are the foundation of analytical geometry. Analytical geometry ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ಜಿಬ್ರಾನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅರ್ಥಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಜೊಮೆಟ್ರಿಕಲಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಜೊಮೆಟ್ರಿಕಲಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್, ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್, we are going to give the position of the objects and provide enlightening geometry interpretations for many branches of mathematics. Linear algebra ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್, ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ geometry, multivariate calculus, group of theory. Here in all these we are using this coordinate geometry. Cartesian coordinates are also essential tools for most applied disciplines that deals with physics, including astronomy, physics and engineering, and many more. That is in the computer graphics, computer aided geometric designs and other geometric related data processing. Here in all these we are using these Cartesian planes, that is to locate the point and to locate the position of an object. Next is the plotting of points on the Cartesian plane. Here we are considering an example. Plot the point 2, 3, minus 3, 1, 0, 0, minus 1, 2, minus 2, 5, 2.5 on the Cartesian plane. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ Cartesian plane ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Here we are dividing the plane into 4 parts, that is we are taking y axis and we are taking the x axis. Here on the x axis 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. On the y axis 1, 2, 3 and minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Here this origin 0, 0, originally ಯಾವ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ 0, 0, x 0, y 0 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And then here plot the point 2, 3 ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. 2, 3 ಅಂದರೆ 2 ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇದೆ, 3 ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇದೆ. Therefore x axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, y axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Here we are drawing the dotted lines, that is 2, 3. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ minus 3, 1. minus 3, 1 ಅಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ minus 3 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ +1, minus 3, 1 and 0, 0 originally. Next minus 1.2 and minus 2.5. minus 1.2 ಅಂದರೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ minus 1.2 ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ minus 2.5 ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ minus 1.5, minus 2.5.